So I wanted to welcome you guys to the call. It is Wednesday, June 24th. I don't remember what month we're in. It was quarantine. I can't remember what we're doing. So I want to thank you all for joining us. And this is all about the Healthy Living Revolution and a group of us that are out trying to inspire healthy living around the world. And we appreciate you taking a few minutes of your time in order for us to be able to explain to you what we're doing and simple changes that we've made in order to make a huge difference in our families. So I'm going to share my screen. Oh, right in the middle of it. That's because we were practicing, Valerie, of making sure the screen share worked. So we are all part of a healthy living revolution. And this revolution is coming alongside families where they are and trying to meet them and help them make these simple changes. And the reason we're doing this is because we know that we're just not healthy. There are a lot of people out there that are struggling with their health, and they're trying to be healthy, but with heart disease on the rise, 1 in 4 people will die of heart disease. Half of all heart attacks are instant death, and that's very scary. 1 in 2 women and 1 in 3 men will develop cancer in their lifetime. Diabetes on the rise, and children with obesity, and we see that all the time with the fast food and the sodas and everything around us. A scary statistic, as a mom of 2 kids, 2 teenagers, is that our children are more harmed by poor diet than exposure to drugs, alcohol, and tobacco combined. I tell my kids all the time not to drink, not to smoke. We even drug test in our house because I know the influences of friends out there. So we are very, very careful about keeping our kids on the straight and narrow when it comes to those. But think about how much more impact what you put in your mouth every single day has on your health.
Excuse me, Jennifer.
Yes.
I'm sorry. I got a text from Renee asking if she needed to download Zoom to join the meeting.
She probably does on her computer.
Okay. I was
Once she
thinking
gets
that because
on
I had to go
Zoom,
to Zoom.
Zoom.us, if she goes onto there, then it will
Yeah.
ask her to do a quick download. And once it's on her computer, she doesn't have to worry about that anymore.
Okay.
Okay. So anyway, it's very scary to see what my kids are putting in every day has such an impact on their lives. So to me, good nutrition is just as important as them putting on their seatbelt every single day. And it's that daily thing that we need to be concerned about. And it's not that we're not trying to be healthy. It's the food quality that's decreasing that makes such a big difference. If you look at all the preservatives, the flavor enhancers, the growth hormones, all the different things that are in our food these days. So even when we try to be healthier, it's hard to find that healthy food. Broccoli could lose 50 to 80% of the key nutrients before you even purchase it. An apple, unless you're at a farmer's market or getting it directly off the farm, a lot of the apples that you buy in a store were actually picked a year prior. So they're definitely not vine ripened. So we, as part of the Healthy Living Revolution, are trying to help families embrace good nutrition and help them with the dense nutrition they need every single day in a wide range of colors. Experts agree that most diseases, actually 85% of diseases, are preventable with good nutrition. In fact, good nutrition is so important, and fruit and veggies are so important that they could actually save your life. They're not just good for you, they can actually save your life. And that's where the Healthy Living Revolution comes in. And we are trying to find easy solutions in order to help families do that every day in a wide range of colors. So at this point, I'm going to ask Valerie to take herself off mute and to watch a video. Now we're doing this through Zoom, so it may be a little bit of delay or shakiness on the video, but we've tested it out and the concept does go through.
Jumpstart.
Hey guys.
Yeah.
Renee's having trouble. I don't know. With getting on, and I hate for her to miss if she's trying to get on. Can we wait just a minute and let me see here what she's saying. She said she's having trouble, and I said, can you tell me what's going on? So she's texting me.
You could just put zoom.us in the browser and it should go right to the page.
I told her to do zoom.us.
She can also download the app on her phone and then join a meeting using the code. And we're recording this too.
Okay.
But it would be better for her to be able to join in because she can ask questions.
Yeah. That's true.
And I don't know if I can pause the recording. Should I do that?
Sure.
Okay, let's see about
I was
pausing.
trying to get back to you before you started the record. Oh, not the recording.
When it comes to our health, diet is at the center of everything. And fruits and vegetables need to be at the center of our diets. I'm here today to tell you more about Juice Plus, whole food-based fruit and vegetable capsules that have given thousands of people a jumpstart to better diets and better health. We all know we need to eat lots of fruits and vegetables, half our plate at every meal, and we need to eat a wide variety too. But for most of us, even on our very best days, it's hard to do that. And that's where Juice Plus comes in. Juice Plus is whole food nutrition from 20 fruits and vegetables, 30 if you count the berry blend, that bridges the gap between what we should eat and what we actually do eat every day. I say whole food because it is food, concentrated to deliver a powerful nutritional punch in a few small capsules. We harvest the produce at just the right time to ensure the nutrition is at its peak. Freeze the produce to lock in that nutrition and then, well, sort of pulverize everything, peels and all, into a pulp to unlock that nutrition and concentrate it. The peel is really important because, let's take an orange, for example. There's more vitamin C, gram for gram, in the peel than in the fruit itself. And if you're like me, you don't usually eat the peel. We dry that pulverized pulp, peels and all, at carefully controlled temperatures to protect the nutrients from damage. Then, blend it into Juice Plus fruit, vegetable, and berry powders, delivered to you in plant-based capsules or chewables. And we do all of this at state-of-the-art freezing, drying, blending, and manufacturing facilities. Juice Plus checks all the boxes. It's 100% plant-based and 100% vegan, even the capsules themselves. It's made entirely from non-GMO ingredients, it's gluten-free, and it's third-party NSF certified, independently confirming that what's on the label is really in the product. Juice Plus is supported by over 20 years of independent clinical research, conducted at prestigious hospitals and universities around the world, showing the benefits of Juice Plus on heart health, lung health, obesity, the immune system, even our DNA. There have been more than 35 studies and counting on Juice Plus, published in leading medical and scientific journals, making it easily the most researched branded nutritional product ever. And get this, if you're a parent or a grandparent or even an aunt or uncle, you can get Juice Plus free for a child by enrolling in our special program for families. This is our way to get Juice Plus into the hands of more families and encourage healthier eating habits for the next generation. Juice Plus also offers other whole food-based products that help you jumpstart and maintain a healthier lifestyle. Juice Plus complete shake mixes make it easy to replace unhealthy calories with the healthy shake or a smoothie. Mix with other helpful ingredients to start your day, or enjoy at lunch, or as an afternoon pick-me-up. Complete is rich in plant-based sources of protein and fiber and contains an entire range of whole food-based ingredients, different from those in Juice Plus capsules or chewables. And Juice Plus complete bars are another tasty way to replace unhealthy calories with healthier ones. Juice Plus Omega Blend offers a unique whole food blend of 5 different omega fatty acids, 3, 5, 6, 7, and 9. What also makes Juice Plus Omega Blend so unique is it's a 100% plant-based omega product. We bypass the middle fish and go straight to the fish's source, the algae. And last but not least, there's Tower Garden by Juice Plus, a vertical aeroponic home growing system that lets you grow your own fresh fruits and vegetables year round, indoors or out. We're proud that our Juice Plus products have been that one simple change that's helped jumpstart thousands of people to better diets and better health. We bet they could do the same for you.
You're muted.
Thank you. And it took me off screen share, so now we're back. Okay, so that video I love because it summarizes the next few screens, but I'm just going to review it. The most important thing is a wide range of colors. Every single fruit and veggie has a specific address that happens in your body. So you cannot eat 10 apples and say you've had 10 servings of fruit and veggies. So the rainbow of colors is what we need every day. And then we have the omega fatty acids that help support our heart and our brain, joints, skin, and eyes. Love the fact that it's vegan sourced, and love, well, I can't really say a whole lot right now about the pandemic, so I question this all the time. We cannot make any medical claims or claim that we're going to prevent or cure any diseases, but a South Korean researcher did find that sea buckthornberry inhibits the growth of COVID-19, and sea buckthornberry is in our omegas. So again, I'm in no way saying that we're going to inhibit it or prevent it, but I know that I have peace of mind knowing that my family every day is consuming sea buckthornberry, and I wouldn't know where to get that. I had never heard of it until our omega blend, and now to find out that it has such an important it's just an important impact on our body. So I know that every day that my family takes it, I feel better about what's going on with our current situation. The complete shakes you went into, completely vegan sourced, all non-GMO, gluten-free, great ingredients. And this is, our family eats this every day. This is an on-the-go shake. And then we have the bars to go along with that. And just to review why Juice Plus is so unique, it is actually a food label, not a multivitamin. It has no additives, all non-GMO. What sets us apart from everybody else is our NSF certification. And that is a third-party certification that says exactly whatever we say is in the label, or in the product is on the label, and there's nothing added in there. But most importantly, it means there are absolutely no contaminants, pesticides, banned substances. It's completely mold, yeast, bacteria free. It's a pure product, and that's why we're actually being used at hospitals like MD Anderson and St. Jude's. And athletes can take Juice Plus. It is the most researched nutritional supplement in the world. And in that research, we're showing the cardiovascular wellness, the inflammatory response, all the different areas. But when you look at the maintaining healthy DNA, that's not only are we showing a reduction in DNA damage, we're also showing it repairs the damaged DNA. And that's why the hospitals that MD Anderson and St. Jude's use us for their patients. Dr. Du Bois, who is the infectious disease doctor, he's now retired, but in Atlanta General, said there's nothing else available any place in the world with or without a prescription that has been clinically proven to do what Juice Plus has been proven to do. That's a very powerful statement. We also have our Tower Garden, which she showed at the very end, and that's our aeroponic growing system that was actually developed in Epcot Center for the future of growing. We now have 2 units. We have the Tower Garden Home, which is a smaller unit for inside, 13-gallon tank, and it actually has more ports than the other one. It actually has 32 ports on it, 16 at the bottom and 16 microgreens at the top. And then we have the Tower Garden Flex, which is a 20-gallon tank, and it has 20 ports, and you can also put extenders on the top if you choose for more. So what's so important about our company and the mission behind our product is Jay Martin is our president and founder, and he has been at our home for 50 years. But his statement is to inspire healthy living around the world, and that's what we do with our Juice Plus products. And then he comes in behind saying he would also like to help people build a stable and lasting company that helps as many people as possible realize their dreams. And I love the mission behind the company because he has our back. He helps support us in every way. And so we want to show people that we can not only help our families, but we can also inspire others. And it's very simple to do that. It's only $52 a year to sign up. You can work from anywhere. We have a very small product focus. I actually was listening to a training today as I was exercising about how rare the small product focus is, and we have mastered that. And a lot of places have catalogs. We want to have the best product on the market and make sure we spend all of our money in the research of that and make sure we stay on top of the market. And that small product focus has been amazing for us. It's a consumable product. So every 4 months it reships. And I'm still getting paid on customers from 18 years ago. So I absolutely love what I do. I'm impacting families and making a difference. And hear these calls of saying how they're off medications or the kids off breeding treatments. And they've been with me for 18 years. It's amazing. Can be part-time, full-time. There's absolutely no inventory. In fact, the only product you will ever touch is a product your family consumes. Low overhead, and every level, once you receive a level, it's permanent. An incredible leadership package at the top, which includes your major medical and all your insurance. So the mission behind what we do is very stable and can provide that financial security for the family. And then what I love most about the company, besides the product, is their community, their community outreach. We are the primary sponsors of St. Jude's Children's Hospital. We have an incredible relationship with Boys and Girls Club. In fact, we're sending a Tower Garden to all of the Boys and Girls Club across America. Volunteers of America, Children's Hunger Fund. We do not only want to inspire healthy living, we're very into healthy giving. So that's a quick summary of what our company is and the mission behind it and the heart behind it. I can tell you what Juice Plus has done for my family. Like I said, I've been on the product and with the company for 18 years, but we've had many different aspects of health improvement since we've been on it. But most notably is my son, who was a severe asthmatic on 5 breathing treatments a day, 2 steroids. They told us he'd never be able to play sports. After just 6 short weeks on Juice Plus, we were able to wean him off of his breathing treatments, and he's not had one since. It's been 14 years now since he's had a breathing treatment, and he is healthy and does travel soccer and cross country. So that's why I share this, and that's why I do these calls every week, because it's made such an impact on my family and has given my son the freedom to be the 15-year-old teenager that he is. And so I can't help but to share it with people. And we want to thank you guys for your time, for listening to this message. And we have a free resource we'd like to share with you as our free little gift. And this is it's called, and Carla can send it to you. It's called thehealthylivingrevolution.com. And on that website, there are all sorts of cookbooks you can download. There are exercises you can do at home. There's an incredible health series at the end if you go onto the live series, and you can see any trending health topic and learn how nutrition can impact that health issue. So I'm going to stop share. And I want to thank you all for being on the call and open it up for questions to see if anybody has any questions or comments. Anything?
Oh, Renee's there. Renee, I didn't see you there.
Yeah,
Welcome, Renee. And welcome, Lori.
texted you that I finally got on
Have you been on long?
about 5 minutes.
Okay.
So do y'all have any questions about anything that was shared tonight? Renee, we can help you, send you the video that you missed and all that.
I'm wondering, Susan.
Yeah.
I was just wondering about you, if you had any questions, because I know you were interested in everything, and I don't know if you had a chance to look at the videos. One of them was the one we just saw here, but I sent you that one, but I don't know if you had any.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, actually, I was interested for my daughter who is pregnant. And so I know that, Sandra, you sent me a document that was about eating for 2. I don't know. I looked at it briefly, but it was on my phone. It was really hard to read because it was so small. So I haven't had a chance to look at it on a bigger screen yet. But yeah, I guess maybe, I mean, I can just imagine my daughter, just for a little bit of history, my daughter and I have both, I guess, reclaimed our health about 2014, just by diet and lifestyle. And so we see a holistic doctor, and she sees a holistic OBGYN, or well, kind of, I guess really not. Their pediatrician is holistic, but the OBGYN is more, she's seeing a midwife who is connected to OBGYN. So anyway, if you have any thoughts about pregnancy, I looked at the ingredients when I was at Sandra's and I was comfortable with what was in there. I tend to have a lot of issues with fillers and things like that. So I was, glad to see that there wasn't anything there. But anyway, if you have any thoughts about pregnancy or
Ab-
any experience with that.
Absolutely. And I'm going to let Valerie answer that because I have an answer, but she's a nurse. And so we will hand it over to Valerie.
I was just going to say the one thing that came to my mind is there is an obstetrician. His name is Doug Odom, who recommends this Juice Plus to all of his patients, and he did an informal study of his patients that he had, the ones who wanted to be on Juice Plus obviously were on them, the ones who didn't weren't, and so he compared the data just within his practice and found that the moms who had used Juice Plus had fewer pregnancy complications and lower adverse outcomes compared to those patients who had not been on Juice Plus. So that's what came to my mind. Jennifer, I don't know if you wanted to add to that.
Yes, when I had a very high risk pregnancy, hence why my son is adopted. But when I was going through it, my doctors immediately told me no. I could not be on it because they were not familiar with it. Now my daughter is now 19, but they were not familiar with it. I gave them the medical research and I said, I don't mind you telling me no if it's an educated no, but don't just tell me a blind no because you're not aware of the product. And gave them all the research on it. And they actually told me not to worry about taking a prenatal and to take Juice Plus every day. I also work very closely with a OB here locally, and she recommends Juice Plus to all of her patients. Now, I do definitely recommend being on the berry blend with it. So you would need to at least be on the trio, but she recommends the quad for pregnancy. And it's that development of that fetus that is so important with the omegas and everything through there. And then once that child is born, we've noticed the umbilical cord, the core blood is much more nutritious, fewer babies in the NICU, fewer premature babies. And my daughter was premature, so I'm very sensitive to that. And what we're finding is that once the baby is born, they're getting that same nutrition through the breast milk of the mother, and the mother is breaking it down in a digestible form so that the baby can have, because the babies cannot have those live enzymes that are in Juice Plus, but the breast milk does break that down, and the babies are getting much more nutritious breast milk, and then it's also curbing their taste buds as they're toddlers. So it's a win-win all around for pregnancy.
Mm.
What was that about the taste buds? I didn't understand that.
When babies are presented with this dense nutrition, it actually is creating healthier taste buds. Dr. Sears, who's a world-renowned pediatrician, he's out in California, and he actually heads up our Family Healthy Starts program. But he actually, once a child is introduced to live enzymes, so they had raw banana or they've had raw apple, then they can digest the enzymes in Juice Plus because Juice Plus maintains those live enzymes. So he actually takes the capsules, opens them, and puts them on the tongue of babies in the office. Now, as an adult, if you ever try that, you will never take the product again. It is not the best tasting, but babies are not aware of that. They haven't had the sweets. So putting that on their tongue, and he's been monitoring that, and children have better diets and crave better food when they're introduced to Juice Plus at a young age.
Yeah, I know some moms who do that with their infants after they've been exposed to foods, and then there's a great video of the Rude family, Jenna Rude, where they take their 1-year-old daughter, and she sits down with the capsules and eats 1 capsule of each color every day. Yep. So it's
the Romneys do that too.
Safe.
They chew them. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's perfectly safe for everyone, including pregnant moms. That's the long answer to your question, I guess.
Okay, awesome. Well, and she has a little 16-month-old also. Now he's adopted. So that's but you know, and actually he's a very good eater. He's very, he's been very subjected, well, because of our altered diet that we've been on. That's the way she eats. So he eats how she eats.
Right.
He had a little eczema, so she pulled back. You know, we basically did elimination diets to figure out what was going on for us. And so she kind of just did the same thing for him and pulled back and, you know, has an idea of what was affecting him. So, so yeah, well, she's checking with her doctor. And it sounds like, you know, that's not going to be a stopper, but it'll be interesting to hear. I always like to hear what doctors say, mainly because I always expect to get this is going to sound bad, but I'm so used to getting not the response that I want. Just like you were saying about how the doctors kind of gave you a statement that was not based on knowledge so much as
Right.
just, we don't know, so we're just going to squelch this. And so, yeah, so I just want to hear, you know, where they stand on that kind of thing, because that kind of gives us idea of where they are in general, holistically.
And let us know if they would like any of the medical research. I work very closely with a obstetrician here who recommends it. And I am also the wellness coordinator for my pediatrician who recommends it to his children. So
Okay.
if you need any of that information, you just let us know and we can get that onto the healthcare provider.
And
So
all the
I
labels are
can,
online too, where you can you can see the labels and see all the ingredients.
yeah. Well, let me tell you the name of her. You might know the pediatrician and well, I don't know the pediatrician's name, but the OB. So she goes to the Dr. Reed Nett, is the actual OB. I know she's pretty well known here, like favorite of so many people I know. I don't know if you're familiar with her, but her midwife is Bianca. Oh, I forget her last name now. She got married, and so I don't know her last name. But anyway,
Are they
I
here
don't
in
know. Are you?
Louisville?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I'm not familiar with them. I haven't heard of them. That's not who I go to, and that's not who I work with. But I can always have the OB that I work with speak to them and answer any questions if that would be beneficial.
Okay. I have a feeling it's not going to be an issue. Just from the things I've heard her say about their group. I mean, she picked them out very thoughtfully because of this. And we see a functional medicine doctor, you know, for our regular medical needs. And he really just said, there's, you know, good luck with the OB because of all the liability. It's really hard for them to do anything that's just not, you know, extremely mainstream. So,
Right.
yeah. But I'll let you know when I hear back from that.
If you have any questions, we can connect them to a pediatrician, an OB, and also a functional medicine nurse. So anybody if her doctors need to talk to someone, we can absolutely connect them.
Okay.
That article, Eating for Two, is a really good article too. It's one of my favorites for pregnant women and or new moms, and so that's definitely worth a read. You know, when you on your computer.
Okay. Now I do have another question. That when my son was little, there was a product that it was a grape juice product called Juice Plus. Is that related in any way? Does this sound familiar?
No.
He had some GI problems, and at the hospital gift shop, we would have to go and buy this, and it provided extra, I think, fiber, and anyway, that was the name of it. And I was always wondered if it was the same thing.
We've been
or same
around.
company.
Juice Plus has been around for 25 years, but it's always been the capsule form and chewable form. I don't know of any other
Okay.
grape juice
Well,
type
and
thing.
plus it hasn't ever been offered in retail.
Right. In retail or in
Okay,
liquid
yeah.
form like that.
Yeah.
Okay, so does anybody have the tower?
I do.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I have two.
My kids go pick their salad every night, and we actually have 2 at Anchored School that provide for the salad bar. They're fabulous.
It's funny, Susan, I've thought about the Tower Garden since we were together last week because she left me some wonderful basil and different things, you know. She's
yeah.
Susan has I was going to say a farm, but apparently a huge garden. And she spends a lot of time in it. And yeah, it's nice just to be able to go out there and pick your salad.
Yeah.
You know?
Susan,
Well,
with
and-
you and your daughter being so healthy, I mean, I would highly, highly recommend a Tower for both of you. It is the best tasting produce I have ever had. My kids, you know, I've grown produce in a regular garden, and my son, who's my picky 15-year-old, he will not eat store-bought lettuce. He will not do any of that, but he loves the Tower Garden lettuce and picks a salad every night and calls it delicate. Absolutely loves the taste of it. So,
Aw.
and you all being healthy, I mean, for a family of 4, eating a salad every night, you have it completely paid in full within 8 months.
Well,
Sure.
I totally understand that because I have a lot of greens and all in the summer, but I've not. So yours is an indoor, completely indoor, closed system, right?
It's
that-
indoor, outdoor.
Can be either. Do you want me to
Okay.
go
Okay.
show her mine?
Sure, go right ahead.
Okay.
There are 2 models, Susan. There's one that's indoor only and another one that's indoor outdoor, and it's aeroponic. There are no dirt, no weeds. It self waters, so it's really it's the only gardening that I will ever do. You know, like clean food is important, very important to me. And we have tried to be gardeners, and we're just not. And this is the only thing we're ever going to do.
I can't keep a house plant alive, and this
Yeah.
tower grows out of control.
There's
So
Carla's.
Carla's at indoors, right? She's got hers indoors with the lights on it.
See that?
Um,
Let's see.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It's fabulous, and it grows quickly. I have mine outdoors right now, and then I bring it in during the winter. Love it. Love it.
So do you have like a solution that you have to feed to it? Is that right? Like
They're
for
liquid
the
nutrients.
nutrients?
Mhm.
Yes. Tonic
They're-
A and B.
They're earth minerals and in liquid form.
Wow. How fun.
It-
Well, I actually do about 4 seasons of growing here, but it's a lot of work.
Wow.
I grow through the winter. But you know, that's a lot of work. And so yeah. Although wouldn't it be nice if my daughter had something like that, right? You know, 'cause-
it's a game changer, and you let her little ones pick their own salad. That definitely it sets up their taste buds. Valerie, I'm wondering if you can get the rooftop garden video up. Would that be hard for you to pull up and show the same way?
The ABC News one.
Uh-huh.
Well, I don't have it. I can pull it up on YouTube, but I don't have it down on my computer. But we can try it.
So Zoom is very hard to play videos through, and that's why it was a little sketchy. So she had to download the other 2. We've tried this before, and so it may not work. If not, we can send it to you, Susan. But there is a great video that shows it in use. There's a quick one that explains it, done by the company. But this is a restaurant in New York City that uses it, has a 10-month growing cycle in New York City because he puts a fish tank heater in the reservoir of water. And so you heat the water up, and as long as you cover everything during the freeze, you know, the air, if you heat the water, it extends the growing cycle. So every year I have mine, all my fresh tomatoes and everything past November. I mean, we always have Thanksgiving dinner with my produce, and then I tear it down in December and move it to an indoor garden. And all I do is pull it inside because it's on a cart. So if we have a freeze before that, I just pull it in. But warming that water, it helps
Let's
produce.
talk about food.
There you go.
Sorry.
That's it. See if you can share the screen with it. All right, do y'all have time to watch it? It's a 5-minute video. Do y'all want to see it?
I'm okay with it.
We're still recording too, so it'll be part of the video, Carla, that I send to you, if it works.
If it
Up
gets
in New
too
York
choppy,
City,
let
it's
me
putting a
know.
new spin on an old technology and
Great,
taking
actually.
local eating to the extreme. All of the produce served in his restaurant is grown just a few steps upstairs from his kitchen. A Willy Wonka of vegetables. His garden grows without any soil and is closely monitored by computers. John Donvan goes up on the roof and chows down tonight's Sign of the Times.
Wow. Sitting on a stoop on West 10th Street in Manhattan with a salad and a chef who made the salad. There's got to be a story here. Meet John Mooney.
The vinaigrette is a cider balsamic with a little bit of macerated berry and extra virgin olive oil. 3 ingredients.
Who in a few weeks' time is opening a restaurant in this very building at basement level.
Booths here with our skylight.
But the real story is upstairs. 6 long flights upstairs. There is no elevator because when you get to the top and the blinding light,
Here we are.
wow.
This is your farm? Yeah, this is our rooftop farm here in Manhattan.
This is where that salad came from.
It's roof to table.
Roof to table.
Roof to table.
This is where the lettuce came from and the strawberries.
I'd like to tell people that they're so perfect that they look fake.
May I?
Yes, please do.
But look at what else he's growing here.
I can smell
the mint from
Yeah, the mint is, great. This is broccoli rabe, summer squash. Have you ever seen a fresh chickpea? A garbanzo bean?
You're growing garbanzo beans?
Absolutely.
Mooney's new restaurant, Bell Book and Candle, will be the first in the U.S. to grow its own food on a rooftop, enough to serve an 80-seat restaurant every night for 10 months out of the year.
Beans here.
Beans, yes.
These are tomatoes?
Tomatoes, yes.
Can you show me what you got with tomatoes?
Sure. Let me just walk through here.
Through the jungle? Get a machete? Just kidding, no machete.
In a way, it's a vegetable farm, but kind of a Willy Wonka vegetable farm, the way this lettuce looks like it's growing on trees.
And the lettuce, you're shaving something like 25% off the growing time.
Yeah, I mean, I can harvest in 4 weeks.
Amazing.
But that's the key to what Mooney is doing here, and it's the point that he wants to make. The technology that makes this possible is called hydroponics, and it not only keeps this restaurant supplied with food he grows himself here above the city, but in the bigger picture, he thinks it could become a model for all of us to grow what we need very close to home.
Why are you doing this?
Well, for one,
I mean, would it not
Yeah.
just be easier to go down the street to the farmer's market? We're in New York City, there are plenty of them. Stuff tastes good.
well, because I believe in ingredient. I've always been involved in responsible sourcing. And then this is something that I can totally control. I can produce right here for myself in abundance, you know, and all I have to do is go on the roof.
The key is water, or more specifically, water without soil.
So
Yes.
7 weeks ago, these were all seeds.
Yes, one of the benefits of hydroponics is the rapid growth.
Mooney's using a system where water filled with nutrients circulates through these towers, each of which can sustain dozens of separate plants. The absence of real soil keeps the system lightweight enough and upright enough to fit into small spaces, like a rooftop. It also eliminates plant diseases and pests that can live in the soil.
This is our bib.
Bib lettuce.
Yeah. You see the beautiful head of lettuce.
Yeah.
Totally beautiful. Roots attached.
Yes.
Without the sunlight, roots attached, totally living.
Amazing.
I call it living lettuce, living salad, living vegetables you're eating.
Who says lettuce can't grow on trees?
Exactly.
There you go. So show me what's inside one of these towers, how this is working.
Okay, what we have in the base is the water, the nutrient solution, the water that's filled with our minerals, which is what makes a plant taste good. It pumps through the center here.
Mhm.
And then it trickles down, uses 12 minutes of energy, an hour. It runs for 3-minute cycles.
And then it gets air the rest of the time.
Yeah, air and sun.
Now, there is something timeless unfolding on this rooftop because hydroponics as a basic concept is an ancient idea, as ancient as Babylon's Hanging Gardens. But it's always had an air of experimental to it, not a solution embraced by the world's farmers, in part because it's so unconventional and can be expensive to set up, as well as needing a lot of monitoring to keep the system functioning. But Mooney is a believer.
John, in addition to running the restaurant, what are you trying to prove here?
You know, we're just trying to be as efficient as possible. No, I hope I'm the beginning of something, absolutely. I think it's well thought out. We've tested this for more than a year. This isn't something we've just jumped into. There will be no waste, but for New York, I felt it's the way to go.
To Mooney, this could also solve the problem of people not being able to afford what's available in farmers markets.
So we're picking lunch.
Yes, we are. I'm going to make you a couple varieties of salad.
And yes, that salad really did come from up here. I know because I helped in the harvest.
A lettuce bouquet.
and watch as the farmer on the rooftop becomes once again the chef downstairs. The only ingredient that didn't come from up above, the nuts and the cheese. All the rest really was rooftop to table, or we should say rooftop to front stoop.
This is spectacular. I'm coming to your restaurant.
It's really only a start what's happening here on West 10th Street, but who knows? Maybe Moody's right, and someday this view could be green from top to bottom. I'm John Donvan for Nightline in New York.
And
well,
I
thank you.
cannot tell you how spectacular it is. It is delicate, it is delicious.
Western North Dakota. And,
So, I mean, when they say spectacular, there's nothing like it. There's nothing like the taste of Tower Garden lettuce.
Wow. Now let me ask you another question. Sorry, I keep monopolizing that about the tower. Do you buy the seeds from, I mean, are they like in pods? I know other different systems have like a pod and you just put it in, or do you put your own seeds in, whatever seeds you want?
You can do whatever you'd like to do. We do have some gardens that we order from that it's already in the net pot. And I like to do that. I have sprouted mini seeds, and I tell my husband, I don't have the patience for it because I'm raising two teenagers. So I prefer to buy my seedlings. And there's one garden my newest garden that I found I absolutely love, and it actually comes in a ground coconut median, and absolutely love it. And but the other ones have the net pots that we use, but these coconut ones fit in there. It's just a new median that they use. And so I buy all mine, but you can sprout them. You can do whatever you want. The Tower Garden actually comes with net pots and with rock wool. And so you can sprout your own, and it also comes with 5 seed packets. Or order them with, so I have tons of rock wool here just because I keep ordering them now, but you can order, the rock wool is really inexpensive. So it comes
What
with
is
some, and
rock
you can order more. Rock wool is a medium that is, you actually put the seeds in, or that the plants come in, and that, since there's no soil involved, that keeps the roots moist. It just holds that moisture against the roots, and it contains them. And then it goes into a net pot, which is a little basket that it sits in. So that the rock wool is replacing the soil.
The rock wool is spun volcanic ash, and so it's just a medium to hold the moisture and the seed. And I do just the opposite. I grow everything from seed except strawberries. Strawberries are the only seedlings that I buy. So you can really do whatever you like.
So the ones that were on the rooftop there, which one was that? That's your product that
That's
he
the
has on
Flex. Yes, those are
Flex,
all
okay.
ours. There's even a whole wing at O'Hare. Yeah, we have exclusive rights to it. O'Hare Airport actually has a whole wing that uses the Tower Garden to supply the restaurants there.
Okay. Very cool.
You would love it. You would
And
absolutely
so
love it.
inside, you can use it inside without any light, right? Like in a windowless room.
I would not recommend it.
Okay.
I did that, and I put it in my sunroom, and I have window. It was in a corner of all windows, and it just was not growing. I bought it originally to test it out for Anchorage School, and as soon as I put those grow lights on it, it flourished. But I really could not get it to produce. Here in Kentucky, we don't have enough sunlight, even with 2 windows there. It's just indoor growing is not.
Well, you know
no,
how
I was asking.
glass doesn't allow the full spectrum of light in, and so that's
Right.
why it you have to have. So if you bring it indoors, you have to have lights on it.
Okay, I guess my question was actually the opposite. So with the lights, you can grow it in a room without windows.
Correct.
Right? You don't need any other
Correct.
lighting. Okay. Yeah, that was more. Yeah, I actually have a solarium window, and but it's not the kind of, and it is the kind of thing where you can grow, but it's not in a place where I could grow something like that. So anyway, that's that's very cool.
have
I
a question
promise you
for
won't
Carla.
regret that purchase, and your daughter would love it too. Go ahead, Sandra.
Carla, you keep yours in your family room. I don't know. I was thinking if I ever got one, I don't know, I'd want it somewhere. I don't know. I can't remember why you keep it there, and I know you keep it inside and outside for some
Yeah,
reason too.
well, yeah, I keep mine inside.
You've told me. Sorry.
For a few different reasons. Well, one of the reasons is,
Oh, for your dog. I
well,
think it was a
yeah.
dog.
Well, the dog is one, yes, but
Ginger.
I guess even more than that is just because it's visible, to not just myself, but to the kids, they're just visual,
Right.
and then the more they see it, the more they want it, for themselves. So
Right.
my oldest son really, over these last few months has really taken to it, where he'll just go over there and make his own salad, which is
That's
huge.
awesome.
He used to eat more junk.
Yeah.
So it's been neat to see, his transformation and in desiring healthier things. So, and it's been fun for, the little ones. I have a couple little ones, to be more, interactive and helping with it. And so they're really excited about the strawberries. So we've been trying to nurture those little babes. So
That strawberry did look almost like it was artificial.
I know.
They're beautiful.
Yeah.
All right. Any more questions? And I should have stopped the recording right after the presentation, but this is important. I know I'm sending this to you, Carla, but the information is still important.
Sure.
So any other questions?
I have a question. I was talking to my daughter, and she had cancer. She's had a PET scan today. Hopefully it's still clear. But anyway, she got cancer, was diagnosed the end of January. But anyway, we've been trying, Carla and I have been suggesting to her, to have Juice Plus and everything, but she has been eating gummies. Her child doesn't eat the gummies well, and so she's been eating those. She ran out of the capsules, and she's been eating those. I mean, that's not enough for an adult, a nutrition that's needed for an adult. She doesn't like the capsules. She's not very good about taking the capsules. So I was just wondering how much, good that's doing,
It is still very beneficial. All we do is the adult doubles the dose. So you would be doing four chewables of each color instead of 2 for a child.
Okay.
But it starts with the same powders.
Okay. All right.
I'll add too, as a nurse, that, I tell everyone, the sicker you are, the bigger you are, the more nutrition you need to overcome, to meet your nutritional needs. So someone who's fighting any kind of disease process, I would say eat as many of them as you can get in, because you need all the help you can get.
Mm-hmm.
And MD Anderson and St. Jude's, they quadruple the dose. And they're getting it every 4 hours there too. So you cannot overdose on it, because it's in its trace form, and it's just nutrition. So
Has there been anybody that hasn't tolerated it at all?
Well, everybody's individual, but there are people who may have an allergy to a specific ingredient. And so I've got one customer who's on all greens instead of the fruit, but I've had people who have allergies and can handle it just fine because it's in a pre-digestive form. And so your body, it breaks down. And if someone has an allergy, we always recommend the capsules instead of the chewables, because your first stage of digestion starts in your mouth. And if you take that reaction of the saliva out and go bypass the mouth and go to the stomach, and in the pre-digestive form, most people can tolerate it. But if someone has an issue, whenever someone has an issue, we will just back them down and figure out what color is causing it, and then we can go around that. The most important thing is having the balance in your body with the wide range of colors. And a lot of times when someone has an allergy to something, and in the pre-digestive form, they can do Juice Plus, and a lot of times they overcome that allergy because it balances everything out. But I mean, there's specific. I mean, we treat everybody as an individual. So if there is an issue, we'll try to figure out exactly what that is.
Okay, thanks. And then you mentioned a child's product. So you said that's just half the strength basically, right? In a gummy?
And what I did not mention, which I should have mentioned in the presentation, and Valerie, you got to like pick up and raise your hand or jab me to remind me, any child between 4 and 18 or a college student is completely free on Juice Plus for 4 years with a sponsoring adult. And they pay the shipping on that, but they're not paying for the product. So that's a gift that the company gives to these children. They are our future. So they're investing in the children and supplying that for free. But the product is just same thing. Everybody needs the same nutrition. And so we don't have child, adult, elderly. It's all the same product.
Okay.
Hmm.
And
How
so, and
important-
I'll add to that so the capsules and the chewables can be used by adults and children alike. It's just the amount of nutrition that you need.
Okay. Answers
And then
my
I
question.
double every day. I'll tell you a secret about Juice Plus. So you take 3 capsules of each. It eliminates hot flashes, which is liberating for women. And then I had an autoimmune disease, and I couldn't figure out why I developed an autoimmune disease while I'd been on Juice Plus for a while. And the result was a direct relationship to the fertility treatments we went through for my daughter. And then I doubled up on Juice Plus and was able to reverse that autoimmune disease. So I've been thrilled. So what's recommended is a normal dose for a normal person. Like Valerie said, if you're dealing with anything, your body needs more. And so I double up every single day.
And how important is it to spread your capsules through the day or your gummies, like, instead of taking them all at once, or,
It is
you
not.
know?
It is
Okay.
not important at all. We take
Okay.
all of ours in the morning at the same time. When someone is starting, a lot of times I will tell them to separate them out because
Okay.
fruit and veggies digest at different rates. And so
Mhm.
sometimes when people are starting this dense nutrition and their body has not been introduced to that before, then sometimes they may have a little gas or something with it. Once the body's acclimated to the dense nutrition, you can do it all together. And we've done the research on that showing, because we used to think, I've been at the company so long, we used to recommend taking them apart, but they did the research with them taking it all together, not a problem.
Okay. It's easier for me. And Carla told me it was okay, but I was just, my daughter was asking about that because she said, it's kind of a pain. And I said, well, Carla said it's okay to take it once a day. And she said, well, you don't eat one meal a day. You should have your nutrients spread throughout the day and that kind of thing. And so anyway, I have an answer to her question.
we even show, I take 12 capsules every morning because I do 3 of each. And I do the quad, and then I take it again in the afternoon. But what the research has shown, they actually did a great research project on it, showing that even after someone stopped taking it, Valerie, what was it? 3 days? Was it 3 days? So they stopped taking it. So this was a study on prenatals, and they had people taking the vitamins. And then they had them stop and they wanted to see the residual in the bloodstream. And after 3 days, I think it was, Juice Plus was still showing up in the bloodstream. So what we're showing is that it's in there. So it doesn't matter if you're taking it morning and evening, it is in the bloodstream and sustains that, what do you call it, Valerie? You're looking confused, like you have no idea what I'm talking about.
Like therapeutic amounts. I don't remember which study it was. There was one that I was thinking it was longer than 3 days, but I don't remember it well enough.
There's one they did a 28-day study on it, but I think it was longer, but Juice Plus was the only one that made it through all the way through where it was still in the bloodstream. And a lot of the other ones weren't even showing up in the bloodstream. So to answer your question, it doesn't matter what time of day you take it or if you take it separate, it's in your bloodstream.
Okay.
I'll add to that everybody I know who tries to split it up, because I came into it 9 years ago with a very therapeutic mind, nurse allopathic mindset that, it's going to be better to take it every 12 hours. That's how I was thinking of it. And I have found this with my clients and with me personally, that if we try to do that, we just forget that second dose, if you will, so often that to me, my idea is it's better that it just gets in you. And knowing that the research was done with 1 time a day, I feel like, okay, I'm going to go ahead and take it just all at once. Because that way I don't have to remember. It's too hard to get it back in to remember to do that.
Right.
And then your shipment gets out of whack too. I mean, we tried that earlier, and we would have, we'd run out of the reds and have, yes. Just get it all in there. The first week or so, separate it out, just to get your body acclimated. After that, go for it. And you can open capsules and put them in something. We put a lot of them in the shakes. Yeah, you can do anything.
I was telling Jessica that too. Yeah.
Sometimes I have
She
people
needs to be
take
doing this.
like 1 red, 1 green, one of each one every day for a week, and then add that second one to it to try to help, keep away any kind of, I don't know, any side effects that they might notice. But I don't really, nutrition, when you start giving your body good nutrition, it reveals issues inside your body. And so sometimes that happens.
Yeah.
But I can tell you, I had irritable bowel syndrome, and I was not a healthy eater before this, and I had no issues whatsoever. And things usually affect me. It's that pre-digestive form. It really helped me in digesting it.
Yeah, I never had a problem with it either.
My daughter has had chronic diarrhea ever since she had a bowel resection, and that's where they found her cancer. And so she's had diarrhea. She's not been taking chemo since April. Anyway, she's got it. So now she's gonna, in early July, she's gonna have a colonoscopy and a endoscopy. And she, so anyway, I'm thinking, I don't know what that's gonna show up, but I'm thinking this is really, really good for her.
You know what? I highly recommend it, because what it really does is it heals from the inside out. And so especially after a procedure, being on that, it's gonna cut her healing time in half.
That's one of the things that not many people want to talk about, but I have had a few customers mention to me that they were concerned about their health. They'd always had regular colonoscopies and had polyps. And then after being on Juice Plus for several years, they'd go back and have another colonoscopy and be totally clean. And I had one customer whose husband was like, I'm not getting on that stuff. And then when she had a clean colonoscopy after being on it for several years, he was like, okay, I need that, because they had a family history. So it does, talk about the inside out.
Yeah.
Right. All right. I'll be talking to Jessica.
Any other questions?
And if
I'm
you
going
want
to stop
if
the
you
recording
wanna-
real quickly, just because